It feels really very good. Varun made me feel very, very comfortable. And I think that what was really nice is that while it's a traditional outfit, there's a good blend of like modernity and it makes you feel like young and fresh and Sara got to finally be Sara for a little bit of time because I've been promoting 2 movies and it's been really hectic between being Bambi in these short clothes and Usha in these khadi sarees. So it's kind of nice to meet Sara.
Anything else that you'd like to mention about the collection in general and your collaboration with One Infinite?
I think this has been like an amazing collaboration, and today's look, is just stunning, and I just have no words to say about it.
I'll just open it quickly to the media if you have a question here. Please go ahead.
Hi Sara, my name is Sara. How did it feel for you to walk for the Lucknow Fashion Week? What was your experience of walking?
Honestly, I had a lot of fun, but I was also very, very nervous because it's been very hectic, touchwood, for the past couple of days. I've just been in and out of promoting both my films. So, to be honest, I felt a little bit rushed. But on the ramp, of course, I was just grateful and excited to be there.
सारा ये ड्रेस जो है सो स्टनिंग और ये ब्राइडल भी कलेक्शन है कितना आपको एक पहन के रैप पे चलना कितनी खुशी दे रही है और कितना अच्छा लग रहा है
पोडियम पे आ जाइए सर लाइट भी आएगी अच्छा
I'll take your mics. Thank you.
जी
हाँ तो वही बात पूछ रही थी कि ये ड्रेस आज के ज़माने की ड्रेस है तो हाउ यू फील ये मॉडर्न है और आप क्या बोलते हो न्यू जनरेशन को कि ऐसे ड्रेसेस पहनना?
मुझे ऑनेस्टली लगता है कि लोगों को जो भी कंफर्टेबल लगे और लोगों को जो भी भाए और सबसे ओरिजिनल लगे उन्हें वही पहनना चाहिए. मुझे लगता है दैट मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा इसमें, कंफर्टेबल फील हुआ और डेफिनेटली ये मॉडर्न है. और अभी मेरी फिल्म आ रही है जहाँ मैं 1942 की का किरदार निभा रही हूँ तो काफ़ी अच्छा हुआ. 1 मिनट के लिए थोड़ा मॉडर्न प्ले कर रही हूँ, फिर चले जाएंगे वापस ट्रेडिशनल विंटेज लुक्स में.
सारा जी मर्डर मुबारक के लिए काफ़ी मुबारकबाद आपको.
थैंक यू. अच्छी लगी आपको? थैंक यू.
और एक और आने वाला है, 2 बड़े OTT प्लेटफॉर्म है, अब बैक टू बैक आने वाले हैं, क्या कुछ कहना चाहूँगी इसके बारे में?
ऑनेस्टली मैं धन्यवाद कहना चाहूँगी क्योंकि एक्टर बतौर मेरी हमेशा यही उम्मीद रही है कि अलग अलग काम करने को मिले, अलग अलग रोल्स मिले. ये दोनों ही रोल्स काफ़ी अलग हैं, सारा से अलग है, बम्बी उषा से अलग है, तो अच्छा लग रहा है और बस उम्मीद है कि आप लोग देखेंगे और आप लोगों को अच्छा लगेगा. ऑनेस्टली ओरिजिनल.
Sara, what does passion means to you and how today's collection have inspired you?
I think for me, as a person, the most important thing is comfort and being who you are. You should be able to use the clothes to express who you are instead of being kind of like, मतलब, I don't know how to say, but you shouldn't feel overpowered. At least I don't like that. तो मुझे इस आउटफिट में सबसे अच्छा ये लगा that I got to feel, I got to flow, I got to move. मतलब I didn't feel restrictive. I had fun.
सारा से जैसे आपने कहा कि आप नर्वस हुई थी थोड़ा पहले की जो मेमोरीज है जब आपने पहली बार वॉक किया, अगर उस बारे में कुछ शेयर करना चाहे आप अपने फर्स्ट वॉक के बाद.
सर मैं आपको सच बताऊँ तो चाहे नई फिल्म की रिलीज़ हो या चाहे नए गाने का लॉन्च हो या रैम्प वॉक हो, जब भी मैं कुछ भी काम करती हूँ जो दिल के करीब हो तो नर्व्स होते ही हैं और मुझे लगता है अच्छी बात.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thanks Sara. Thanks a lot.
So she's wearing a grey pearl embroidered lehenga and it's styled with a nice bralette. You can see it and like she looks stunning.
Thank you
Thank you
everybody.
so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Varun.
I think magic should just, happen. It can't be planned. I mean, we say it can be created, but it's just.
Listen, I completely get you, because
Yeah.
another thing that wasn't planned and it happened and it felt like magic was the whole sun trend.
Yeah.
Suddenly the
Again,
song
after
from
like 18, 20 years.
and we were all waiting for you to probably do that reel or trend. What did you make of it? Were you surprised?
No, I was just like, oh God. But though, I mean, I think it truly is an iconic song because of the way Santosh shot it. There was something very raw but yet sexy about it. And everyone wanted to see, it was like, this quintessential heroine who was, the classic under, the waterfall and being fun, and people connected to that energy, I feel, somehow. And I'm so happy that Ashoka is part of the re-release list, because it truly is one of my most favorite movies. Because, I mean, I was like, I think 20, and it was obviously my first actual film which I did with Shah Rukh, because in K3G I was in opposite Shah Rukh. So for me, Ashoka will have amazing memories, and I think the music, look at it, like you said, the trend. So I think people are going to come to the theatre and going to watch it, because the music from Raat Ka Nasha to San Sanana, it was all just, it was so ahead of its time, I think.
Super. A lot of filmmakers that you've worked with, your co-stars, have on record said that, listen, Kareena is spontaneous. Like the camera's on and she's another person and you don't know where that's coming from. I know you cannot ask a magician, ki batao bhai apne tricks. But honestly, I mean, you of course have it in your genes, that's no surprise. But what do you do, especially with your dialogues and your delivery? Because you almost make it your own in a way that today we find it so hard to believe that you're not Pooh or that you are not Geet. How is that possible?
I know I think half the decade went where people thought I was Pooh, and like I lived like her and had all these couture clothes and thought that I was so cool and went on, whatever, okay, that's Bebo. And then the other half of the decade went on with people, believing like I'm the Bhatinda ki Sikhni.
You never stopped talking.
Yeah, I never stopped talking. But maybe I'm a mix of both, people who know me. But I think it's not about that. It's about that, like I said, that I'm so passionate about acting, and also have to credit so many of my directors and the actors who've been so amazing in so many movies. Like whether it was Omkara, also what that's playing at the festival now. I think like Saif was just out of this world. And I had a trial and I called. It's just an instance. Like I called everybody. Like I said, it's such a good performance, so I'm going to call all the directors, from like Mani Ratnam to everybody, all the directors. I'm going to have this trial and call all the directors, because I think I've done really well in this movie. So I had this trial in Film City and everybody was there, and of course Vishal and Coco and Vivek and everyone were there, and Saif was also there. And I was like excited that they're going to watch me as Desdemona, because Dolly Misha is like, she was one of the most. Actually, Shakespeare never really wrote too many female characters, so it was like such a special character. So I, called all the directors and made them sit and said, okay, now this is it. And in an interval, everyone came and I was like, yeah, really nice, really nice. We loved everyone, and like Saif was amazing. And then the movie ended, and everyone was like, you were fab, but where's Saif? Where's Saif? Where's Saif? And I was like, what has happened? I called everybody to praise me, and then suddenly everyone just flocked to Saif and was praising him. But so I have to credit a lot of my films, and actors bounce off each other's energy. So I think great films like Omkara or Jab We Met, we've always bounced off each other's energy. Whether it was Amir in Three Idiots also. So famous scenes, you need to take from them as well. So I also want to take this opportunity to thank all my actors, in all these wonderful films, whether all of them, because it's just, without them, none of these films, whether it was Omkara, Jab We Met, any of them that's playing Ashoka would not be what it was without them.
How lovely. Since you thank your co-stars, any plans of coming back with Saif on screen?
Hopefully soon. I would love to work with him. I mean, right now he's like also going to taste blood, because he's start coming for the first time in a Telugu film that's releasing next week. So I think that people are really excited. So I would love to do something with him soon, hopefully.
Lovely. Niharika, Kareena spoke about how sometimes you just don't know what becomes a trend, and suddenly the whole world is talking about it. It's at least that's the kind of world we live in today. So, what sort of vision goes into when you decide to curate a festival? Like there's so many lineups. There's the Kareena Kapoor Festival, the A&R. What's the vision?
I think, like I said before, that we really believe in the big screen experience. So I think this recent trend of re-releases doing well is also just very encouraging to us to pull out, any film that we feel will also have that audience. But how India is a very diverse country, our audience is also very diverse. So we want to do justice to films that everybody wants to watch. So may it be like what happened with Ashoka, like maybe a trend that starts online, and we get a sense from the consumers that okay, maybe this is the film that they want to watch. Or if it is simply, if it's a celebration, like in the case of A&R, it is a very significant event. So it allows us the opportunity to do something around him. And like in the case for this festival as well, like Buckingham Murders allowed us the opportunity because it coincided also with a very landmark moment in her career. It allowed us the opportunity to curate this festival. And the fun part of also curating festivals like this is we're able to find a balance in films that we know people will want to see, like a Jab We Met or a K3G or an Omkara, which has cultivated such a big fan following, but also giving light to films like Kamal mentioned that have gained a lot of support in the online, in the OTT space or in the television space that may have not done as well before or may not got their due, but they can have it now. So all those factors we're trying to take into account, but the purpose is to, by the end of the year, have enough films for everybody.
Kareena, bringing the conversation back to you, I hate to prefix the term superstar with female, but you definitely have the star power, right? I mean, the energy of this hall changed when you walked in. If anybody looks at your filmography, it's an enviable mix, like I said, of just the right balance. The commercial hits are there, the critically acclaimed ones, a few duds here and there, but every time your performance has stood out. And what's also amazing is while you've done like the Buckingham Murder, Chameli, Omkara, but you also have been part of films that clearly center around the male character, the hero, and you've held your own. I just want to understand what you thought while saying yes to those projects, because if you wanted, you could have said, why should I take the step back? I mean, the story should revolve around with me, and I want to headline projects.
I think in 25 years, one has to think of when we were signing films when we were younger, when we were like 17, 18. It was always about proving yourself, wanting to, just be in every film. And then after a decade, if you sustain, it's also about the question of reinvention, which is very scary in an industry like this, like male dominated and whatever. But we've over the years had a lot of brave actresses as well, apart from me, who've also taken big strides. So while straddling the fact that I've done films with the big superstars and all those are successful films, but I've also had a career which I've simultaneously done to prove myself as an actor, because I think the longevity of an actor is only possible if they also repeatedly prove their talent. Apart from the X factor that I feel an actor needs to have, and that I believe, I don't know how it is, but I like to say you either have it or you don't. And that's just the truth of the way it is. X factor combined with talent is going to take you. And of course 30% of luck.
Yeah.
Luck is also important. But I feel more than that, it's just, it's straddling the fact. And for me, it's always been every 5 years, I've always looked back and said, now what am I supposed to do? To try and do something new. Because it's not about just being there and being part of the because because I do come from a family where I've been challenged and always felt like they're so amazing, but I need to leave my mark somewhere. तो ये longevity नहीं होती अगर वो सोच नहीं होता that कि ये करना है, कैसे करना है, how else am I going to last? Otherwise then there would every 10 years there's somebody new. But so sustaining it is the main thing. And for me, that is why I have to have choices of Buckingham Murder at the same time of Singham, at the same time of Crew, or a film like Johnny Jha on the streaming platform, which I feel that if it would have come in the theatres would have been fab. Which I don't know, I hope it comes. I don't know what the deal is if we can. Since it was a streaming film. Because I feel it did so well for the streaming platform, it could have done well in the cinema.
You need to have the streaming guys also sitting. They control the rights.
Exactly. So I think that just you have to try and do different things.
Yeah. You know, guys, I'm having, like she said, 30% luck. Today I have the 100% luck because I'm of course moderating this conversation. But I'd like to open it up to all of you. Do we have questions from my friends in the media? You could raise your hands and we'll ensure you get a mic. Anyone? Can we get a mic here?
Hi, Kareena. Yeah, right in front. Okay, you are the first female actor who has been honored with a festival. We had people like Amitabh Bachchan who had been honored by festival. So, when you think about that, is it believable, or how grateful do you feel, or what do you feel? Did you talk to Saif about it, saying that I can't believe it? How does it feel?
Well, he was extremely happy. He wants to come and watch all the films. he's excited to come. He said, and he loves coming to to PVR and watching movies. And he actually watches most films on Fridays. So when I told him about this, he was very excited. So he wants to do Omkara and Ashoka for sure. So, I mean, but coming back to your question, I'm just happy that people will get to watch these movies, and obviously I feel so excited, honored, everything that, I mean, sometimes it's like, I don't know, I have to still figure out what's going to happen for the next 25. That's the scary part.
Sara from India Today. Firstly, I want to tell you there was a time when Yahoo Messenger was popular and my password was Kareena Kapoor 1309. That's my birthday. That's the kind of love that people have for you. You rightly spoke about legacy, just standing out in a Kapoor family and doing so well. Of course, your kids are very young right now, but Kapoor has an idea that his mother has a film festival named after her, and what do you think would they think about having their mom as a film festival named after their mom?
Right now, they're I think too young to know anything. I mean, he has an idea because of the paparazzi chasing, so he knows that. Why sound. I think that's why he only knows that he's famous, but he keeps saying that, oh, why are they doing that? Am I famous? I'm like, no, you're not famous, I'm famous. You're nobody, you haven't done anything. So I'm like, you're not. So he's like, maybe one day I'll do it, but right now in his mind it's not films, right now it's only football. Everything is football. So I hope he will watch some of my films, I'm sure someday. But the minute I can take him away from, a little bit of football, you know how all the boys are at this age. It's
But if you have to like the mic or stand, what would the mic add to that? Like, what is the kind of legacy that you think you are leaving behind, and how would you describe brand Kareena Kapoor?
I never looked at myself as just, a brand. I want people to watch my work, my films, and I want people to know that I was, and that I am an actor who's very, very, passionate about her job. An actor who's been very, very loved by her fans, because I am where I am after 25 years. To be here is only because of them, because their loyal support and their love. And I'm actually, I think my connect is with that. People like to see me in those roles because there is a connect to the masses. Somehow they feel that that's why roles like, Pooh or Geet have always been, them mouthing those dialogues or saying that. So there is that, connect which I really appreciate. And I don't know how, but yeah, I'm planning the next 25, hopefully, for it to have more films that will, play here in the cinemas and people will enjoy in different roles.
Hi, Kareena. Hi, I'm Sara from CNN. First of all, congratulations for completing 25 years. Thank you for giving us a great time at the movies. Sorry for being greedy. I have two questions actually. The first being, having dabbled in so many genres, roles, over 2 decades, is there still a dream role that you have?
Oh, there's no dream role as such. I mean, I always wanted to be a detective, so I've done that. And now I have to think of what else I have to do. But so I've never really thought of, this is a particular dream role. I look at characters that something that I would enjoy playing, because you have to spend, 50, 60, 70 days with that character in you. So you have to really enjoy doing it, That's the most important thing, I think, for an actor, to enjoy playing that part. Otherwise, how will you be able to spend so much time, being that particular person?
My second question, taking ahead from Sara. So I remember once you had told me that, Kapoor loved watching Bhool Bhulaiya along with his dad. But is there any film of yours that he or Jay, they have watched, or do you regulate their screen time a lot?
Yeah, nowadays I have to, so there's no option. I mean, but no, I guess maybe I should get them to watch something at the festival, I think, when it's playing.
Whenever they start watching.
I don't know. I think if I ask everyone, everyone's going to say Jabbi Mat. So I know that's the answer. Yeah, I think so, na? Omkara would be a bit shocking to see, for them with their father. So yeah, I think Jabbi Mat maybe. Let's start with that. They haven't started watching that, but maybe we should start with that.
Do you regulate the screen time?
I have to. There's no option. So Monday to Friday screen time is like, no. But then he's always like, but then why are you watching TV? Why are you on your phone? So these days, kids are, it has to be, the parents also have to kind of do what they want their kids to do. So, when we're at like wanting to put them to bed, then we're also reading and not watching TV till they go to sleep. Because I guess they learn from example, there's no other way. They're going to see us on the phone or on the screen, they'll want to do that.
Right. We have time only for one last question.
Hello. You've been conducting very well. Kareena, this is Renuka from the Times of India. I absolutely loved you in the Buckingham Murders. Let me start this question with you by asking that you've been an effortless trendsetter for the past 25 years. Like if Kareena is going with Storm's makeup, we want no makeup on ourselves. If you are coloring your hair, everybody wants to color your hair, If you're size 0, everybody wants to be size 0. Do you think over the years that aspect of your personality where you have been this effortless trendsetter has taken away from the fact that you have been such a fantastic actor? Because those two aspects kind of go against each other. One doesn't tend to take an actor too seriously if they are this really glamorous trendsetters. But
because it's so important for an actor to constantly have that, to know the reality of situations, the reality of what's happening around them. So I've been very, very lucky that I'm that kind of person, and I've focused on my performances. And it has taken those number of films for people to take me seriously. That now that when Buckingham Murders come, they're like, okay, fine, because I've constantly been at it, proving myself. But that's also probably been the reason of the longevity that's given me that. Because like I said, that I've constantly been at it, trying to prove myself also as an actor. And I think, yeah, hopefully I mean, I don't want, anyone to say that, okay, wow, you've done it all, now what? Because I think I want to constantly keep proving myself still. I think there's a long way to go still.
Thank you. And when you have a career of 25 years in such sorry for this, how do you select 6? I think that's a tough job. So what went behind the selection process?
You can hear me. एक साथ तो सुनाई नहीं देगा. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Niharika, my question is to you.
Over there. Hi.
So PVR has announced ANR Festival and now Kareena Kapoor Festival. So what new releases can we expect?
Oh, I mean, we're still working on the list, and it's something that we're curating every week. So, and we're very, excited that the fraternity, the film fraternity, all over India is also very excited about this initiative. So we have a very exciting slate lined up. In addition to this, we have a few films that are coming out in October. We're looking at Tal as one of them. We're looking at Umrao Jan. I don't know if I can officially say this yet, but one festival which we're very excited to curate soon is a Raj Kapoor Film Festival, 100 years, and we're really looking forward to that. So yeah, it's an ongoing process. Like when new releases come out, we'll start slating these properly. But these are a few properties that we're very excited about.
So I'm so sorry. Listen, I've been asked to be very strict.
जिस तरह का काम आपने किया है ये लव चाहे वो कू की बात हो चाहे वो गीत की बात हो और अनगिनत किरदार ओमकारा वाकई में काबिल तारीफ जब आप टू जैसी कमर्शियल फिल्म करने के बाद द बकिंगम मर्डर जैसी फिल्म करते हैं जो बिल्कुल अलग सिनेमा एकदम अलग किरदार है आपका वो क्रू आपने अभी की वो कमर्शियली इतनी कामयाब फिल्म है ये इंग्लिश फिल्म है ये आपने की ये जुर्रत कहाँ से आती है और जब क्रिटिकली कोई फिल्म कामयाब हो जाती है जैसे बकिंगम मर्डर को बहुत तारीफ करी हुई लेकिन कमर्शियली उतनी कामयाब नहीं हुई तो हाउ डू यू हैंडल दिस
I think after इतने सालों बाद इतने सारे कैरेक्टर्स करने के बाद अगर एक्टर्स ब्रेव चॉइसेस नहीं ले पाते हैं और अलग फिल्म्स नहीं कर पाते हैं तो आई थिंक दे कांट जस्ट बी नोन एज कि अगर मैं जिंदगी भर सिंगम और क्रू में काम करूं तो आई थिंक वो यू ऑल्सो वॉन्ट टू डू थिंग्स डिफरेंटली वो टू लास्ट 25 years एक ही टाइप की फिल्म में हम नहीं काम कर सकते हैं अलग अलग फिल्म काम करने में वो एक लॉन्जिटिविटी एक रास्ता देता है एक ऑक्सीजन टैंक जैसे बनता है एंड आई थिंक फॉर अ फिल्म लाइक मैंने चमेली आई डिड इट एट माय करियर एट द एज ऑफ 22 आई थिंक नोबडी थॉट तब सब कह रहे थे कि नहीं करीना नहीं कर पाएगी ऐसी टाइप की फिल्म एंड फॉर दैट टाइम इट डिड सो वेल सो आई थिंक that at this stage in my career it's also important कि अलग अलग किरदार करना ज़रूरी है कि करीना ये भी कर सकती है वो भी कर सकती है at the same time गीत जैसे रोल्स ही नहीं कर सकती हूँ मैं I can't only keep doing गीत all my life जैसे मैंने कहा कि आधी ज़िंदगी ऐसी ही चली गई पहले 10 साल के लोग समझते थे ये गीत ही है अब ये पूर्ण टाइप के ही रोल्स तभी तो then people were just offering me those kind of roles तो अगर if I had picked every role like that I think आज ये फेस्टिवल नहीं होता क्योंकि वो रोल would not have been part of pop culture अगले 25 साल करने की ताकत है कि अलग अलग रोल्स कुछ फिल्में 100 करोड़ हो 500 करोड़ हो बट कुछ फिल्में अगर कुछ लोग भी देखें और तारीफ करें आई थिंक वो उससे दिल खुश भी हो जाता है कि ऑडियंस इज देयर टू वॉच दिस काइंड ऑफ फिल्म
Beautiful. I think on that note, I will have to touch on the Q&A. I'm so sorry, sir. We've completely run out of time.